All right, so we got a notification. We are going live on Facebook and going to record here with. All right, good morning, Bob. Bob, I'm looking at your neck right now.
Hey, good morning. I had to click the got it button.
Yeah, oh, there you go. Okay,
I got it.
So got a wonderful introduction this morning, and Bob Tassone, really glad to have you online here with me today so that we can introduce folks to that are out here in the greater Williamsburg area to what we can do and what you can do to help protect their future with the services that you are able to provide. So the point of what we do here with these calls is to help people to make smart choices when it comes to real estate and asset protection. And Bob, you are a specialist in the insurance space, and you have been with a company called Port Financial, which is also Port Insurance, that covers a broad subject of financial matters. And really, with a real estate audience here, I wanted to get a chance for folks to get to learn a little bit more about you, about what you do in the area here. And with no further ado, I want to have you just kind of tell people who you are and what type of business that you do, and then we'll talk a little bit more about what services you provide.
Well, I'm an unusual insurance professional in that I'm an independent multi-line insurance agent. So that means that I have experience in all facets of insurance. I've been at it for a long time, like a few decades. And that's what the multi-line is. And then the independent part means that I represent lots of different insurance companies. So I'm not married to just one company. If it's to someone's advantage to use a different company, I can try and find that company, or I have access to them already, depending on what their circumstance is.
Right on, right on. So you brought up an interesting subject matter there, which is kind of, I think, maybe fun subject for us to chat about. Is I met you when I first got into real estate in 2004.
Yeah.
So a little historical relevance for whoever might be watching. Back in 2004, I had just moved to Deltaville in 2003 and was working for a small little niche brokerage firm there, Marguerite and Chess Bay Realty there in Hartfield, Virginia. And we met at Rotary.
Yeah.
At Middlesex County Rotary back in 2004.
Yeah.
So
anyway, time moves on, and we both wound up moving to Williamsburg.
That's right. So
winding road that got us here, but
life carries us on this journey. And you've been helping people with insurance, and like you said, for decades, and making sure that people have the right protections for them, and making sure that they understand what's the right path to protect them. So you have a broad offering of basically anything insurance related that you can help somebody with.
I started as a life insurance agent with the Mutual Life of New York, and then went independent in about 1994. And we're doing a lot of retirement annuities for teachers and things like that. Back then, the 403B retirement annuities.
Wow.
We worked in about 7 or 8 school systems. And then we decided to offer property and casualty to our clients in 2007. So I've basically been doing like a retail multi-line insurance practice or business, whatever you want to call it, since 2007. That's my background. So we was working at life and health for a long time, and then started doing property and casualty, but still do life and health.
Okay. So, one of the things that I didn't realize until fairly recently, because you and I started digging into the subject matter, is that you offer numerous policies for homeowner protection and anything associated with real estate. So one of my objectives for anybody that's a homeowner, we often run into questions about, what are the right steps to take to make sure that they're protecting their assets. So in some cases that involves the way they own the property. Maybe they want to own the property and protect their liability, protect themselves from liability by setting up a trust or owning it in an LLC and that kind of thing. But you have insurance products for real estate and homeowners insurance and other policies. Give me a brief little overview of the type of homeowners policies that you can offer for individuals that might be looking to own their own home, and then potentially also for investors and people that might be improving and flipping homes and that kind of thing.
Well, there's 7 or 8 different homeowner policy forms, but the most common ways that we insure property like a home is with a homeowner policy. That's for a home that you live in. And then you can do a dwelling policy or a landlord policy for a home that you rent to somebody. You can do a builder's risk type policy for a home that is purchased and you're renovating it, either to live in it or to rent it out or to just flip and sell it.
Right.
Sometimes you need to have a course of construction or builder's risk policy for that. Those are the most common. I mean, there's also condominium policies, because in a condominium you basically own from the paint in.
Yeah. Okay.
And then if you're renting a house or an apartment, you can get a renter's policy. So those all fall under a homeowner type policy, but they're different policies.
And these are all products that you have available through
Sure. Yeah.
Financial, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. See, that is a valuable
The thing to remember, okay, when you do any of those policies, you're not only insuring the dwelling or the home, but you're insuring the person that is on the policy, because all of those policies provide liability coverage.
right.
And it's a liability event that can threaten your largest asset, which for most people is their home, or at least it's one of their largest assets.
Right.
And so, and liability insurance goes across homeowners or renters or landlord or your automobile insurance, or if you have a business, your general liability insurance. All those things have liability coverage, and we want to protect you from some type of an event that would threaten your assets, because that's who the hammer is going after. He's going after your assets. He wants your money. He wants it the easiest way he can get it.
Yeah. Right. And then of course, then we've got circumstances and Mother Nature and things that happen beyond our control, of course, with a tree falling on a house or something like that seems to be
Sure.
I
mean, if you have property like that and there's some act of God, like a storm or whatever, and it damages your place, a fire, God forbid, then you need to have money to fix it, rebuild it.
Right. And you need a good company that can help you with that. So these are subjects that I definitely look forward to getting, finding. We will have some discussions in the future that allow you to talk a little bit more specifically about how those policies work and how it can address the certain needs for certain individuals, and maybe even go into some case studies on things that you've done to help people and help your customers and clients out there in the greater Williamsburg area. You don't just cover Williamsburg. Tell me a little bit about the market area that you cover.
Well, I'm licensed to do life and health insurance in about 6 or 7 states. I only do property and casualty in Virginia and Maryland. I've only had reason to be licensed in those 2 states for P&C.
Okay.
But I find that around here, people cross into Maryland more than they do North Carolina. So I've never become licensed. And most of the people that are in North Carolina are on the Outer Banks, and that is not a good situation for insurance anyway. You really need somebody. If you have a place on the Outer Banks, you need somebody that's down there, because they need to deal with the Outer Banks. I just don't have enough experience with the shifting sands down there.
Yeah, and that's a good term, shifting sands. It's a special place,
Yeah.
Leave that to people that can handle that kind of thing right there in that place. But for here in the greater Williamsburg area, I'm glad to have you as our professional to help people protect their assets. And my goal here, our goal overall with our service that we provide, my name is John Polson here with the Memory Group Real Estate. Our office is right downtown Williamsburg, and we cover the greater Williamsburg area to make sure that people have information and knowledge to help make smart choices and avoid costly mistakes with real estate. And you're here to do the same thing to help them protect those assets with their insurance and other financial decisions that you're able to help them with as well. So
Absolutely. So
I look forward to having more
look forward to
discussion.
continuing the conversation.
Yeah, I look forward to that. We'll get into some deeper subjects and kind of let you dive deeper into the particular offerings that you have. And thank you for introducing those today. We will look forward to more conversations in the coming weeks. So have a great day, Bob. I will be back in touch. We'll chat again soon.
Very good. Thanks, John.
You're welcome. Bye.
Take care.